And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
All right, happy early afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. A little bit of breaking news happening today. It's being reported, Glenn, that the Giants are set to announce the new general manager on Friday. The name that is being mentioned is someone within the Giants organization by the name of Zack Minasian. He's been ahead of the Giants scouting for a while. So it's a guy from within, not kind of what we're expecting, but honestly, I don't know much about him. We could read about him, guys. I got some information. We can go over it, see what it's about. But here, first things first, here we go. Let me put this up here. This is where it was. First, it was reported from Bob Nightingale. San Francisco Giants are expected to announce Friday, so tomorrow, that Zack Minasian is their new GM. Minasian's promotion makes that the Minasian family the first to have two brothers as GMs at the same time in the Major League history, with Perry as the Angels GM. So it's running in the family, so to speak. But as you can see, Alex Pavlovich also retweeted what Bob Nightingale had to say. Buster Posey said he wanted a scout as a GM. And Minasian is the organization's vice president of pro scouting. He was one of Farhan Zaidi's first hires. And they have generally done very well in trades and in targeting undervalued players from other organizations.
I'm at a loss, Eric. I'm glad you got some homework done. This is why when we talk about free agency and who we should trade for and new GMs, that we can talk, we can speculate all we want.
Sure.
At the end of the day,
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, we have no say and no better understanding because I never heard of this guy, to be honest.
I remember him being hired when Farhan.
I don't even remember the name.
They hired him, if I'm not mistaken, they hired him away from, I think it was the Brewers. I think he was like in the Brewers organization. That's Senior. He's a Farhan guy. They ain't getting Soto. That's the issue that I have, guys. Is it fair? Probably not. But I just don't want nothing to do.
So wait a second, Eric. Hold on here for a second now. You got Buster Posey in, and although it may have been more a managerial decision, they've made a pitching coach change from within and a general manager from within. What happened to burn this down? I told you, tear it apart, start over, get fresh faces, a new, as Little House on the Prairie would say, a new beginning.
New beginning,
But Eric, here we are. While I'm not familiarized with this individual, hey, maybe he's going to be the brainchild of Major League Baseball in this organization for decades to come. However, here we go. We're hiring from within, Eric. Are we? What about the scourge, Eric? Come on, we got to purge. We got to get fresh faces in there, a fresh beginning, a fresh idea. Is this Farhan 2.0?
Senior says something interesting. His dad is the GM of the Angels, so that pipeline is open. Trout incoming. You know, if Trout comes to here, I'm done being a Giants fan. Tell you right now.
I told you.
If Trout
I
comes
just
here,
said that on the show last night, Eric.
I'm done. I'm done being a Giants fan. I am not. Nope. Not dealing. If you're going to sit there and try to freaking trade for Trout without trying to get Soto, I'm done. Seriously, I'm done. What is Trout going to give you? A bunch of time on the IL. That's what he's giving you. Chronic back problems. Hell no. Done.
And get him on the cheap.
I will be done with the San Francisco Giants. If they hire, or I should say trade for Mike Trout, holy crap, dude.
So, Eric, if I'm at the presser, first thing you say is, welcome to the organization. Glad we could be here to introduce you, ask you some questions. All right. When is Soto incoming? When is an offer being made? It's the first question. When's it offered?
It ain't happening.
No, as they would say in baseball, warming up in the bullpen, Eric. Just start firing.
I hate to say this, but I think I might have to be done playing that damn video. I did not expect it to go this way as far as the GM. Anyways, here again, we don't know really too much about him. Let's read about him a little bit here. Zack Minasian, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Vice President of Professional Scouting. He was promoted to his current position as Vice President in 2022. He joined the Giants organization in 2019 after spending the previous 14 seasons at Milwaukee Brewers organization. I remember when they hired this guy. A lot of people are high on him. Most recently holding the position of Special Advisor, Special Operations. For 6 years, he was the club's director of professional scouting and also worked with for the Brewers organization as manager of the minor league scouting, personnel coordinator of pro scouting, and as baseball operations assistant. At 27, Minasian took over as the Brewers' professional scouting director, becoming the youngest scouting director in baseball. While with the Brewers, Minasian assisted in the Brewers' 3 playoff appearances, most notably ending in a 26-year playoff drought in 2008 and a franchise best 96 wins in 2011. While with Milwaukee, Minasian was part of acquiring players such as CC Sabathia, Zach Greinke, Carlos Gomez, Josh Hader, Corey Knebel, Gene Segura, and Will Smith, among others. Minasian grew up in a major league clubhouse beginning at age 5 and worked as a bat boy clubhouse attendant for his father, Zach Sr., who is a longtime clubhouse manager with the Texas Rangers. Minasian's brother, Perry, is the general manager of the Los Angeles Angels, and his brother, Calvin, is the director of equipment and clubhouse services for the Atlanta Braves. Minasian is godson to the late Hall of Fame manager, Tommy Lasorda, and his wife, Joe. What? What? Did I just say he's the godson to Tommy? God bless his soul. Oh, Benji, you got to be a fan now, right? You got to be a Giants fan now. We got the godson of Tommy Lasorda, who is going to be the general manager.
Lottie freaking
boy. Boy, man. I mean, does it mean
Eric? I am not inspired whatsoever so far, but keep going. Keep going.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Oh, jeez. We got in depth all of a sudden. That's it. Okay.
That's it, man.
I don't know. I'm not inspired, Eric.
I honestly, I can we really make a decision? Not really. He's been with the organization.
I'm just not inspired. Not inspired.
They say he was part of acquiring CC Sabathia, Greinke, Gomez.
Yeah, well, Eric, we've had a regime that's been able to go out and get old washed up bums too. Come on. CC
honestly,
Sabathia.
I don't.
We're talking about yesteryear, Eric. CC
Is there
Sabathia.
anybody out there? Anybody out there in the chat? Anybody that knows any kind of details on Zack Minasian? Because it sounds like, again, it sounds like look, I'm not going to sit there and say he doesn't know. He obviously knows. The guy grew up. It says it right there, man. He was part of baseball since he was a damn toddler. So that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. It's not like this guy is a computer nerd, right? We could say that, right? Hold on. I'm not going to sit there and cast judgment when I don't know anything about him. The guy has been part of baseball for a very long time. And looks like he took care of some work with the Brewers. Now, here's the thing. We got to be careful with this. Even though he was a Farhan guy, it doesn't mean that all his ideas were taken by Farhan. Remember, Farhan was a micromanager from what it seems like. So, I mean, maybe he was ignored. Who knows? I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of what it was like working under Farhan and what type of impact Minasian would have had for the Giants. So,
Eric, doesn't this reek of San Francisco Giants anyway? We had our list of and even the other media, we had our list of about a dozen. And
his name was not even on there.
And who then? And then all of a sudden, yeah, we have a big announcement possibly coming on Friday, guys. And I never heard, telling us.
Matter of fact,
just reeks of the Giants.
When Baggerly, it was Pavlovich, he put out that list. Zach was not on the list.
No.
There we go. Now, again, guys, to reiterate, It's coming from Bob Nightingale that tomorrow will be the announcement. It's not official right now, okay? That's why I got the title set as San Francisco Giants to announce Zack Minasian as the new general manager. We'll find out tomorrow officially.
Hey, this guy could be a brainchild, man. This guy could turn it around. But I do take exception with the fact, Eric, that since they decided to part ways with Farhan, it's 3 moves, 3 internals.
So far.
Yeah. 3 moves, 3 internals. So what does that tell you? It's the same old for me.
Well, here we go.
On paper.
Gonzo, he comes in, says, I'm sure Buster talked to this guy and told him what he's expected out of his general manager. Yes. I'm sure I'm sure conversations were made. Ideas were passed around. He's already within the organization. Well, I don't know. I know,
but not to be a shit stock of myself. But Eric, I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sure Buster talked to this guy and told him what he expected out of his GM. I think the new GM should be selling himself, saying, "Here's what I'm going to do for you."
Maybe he did. We don't know.
That's what he's got to do.
We don't know.
He's got to say, "Here's what I'm going to do." Well, you got to get. Well, here's what we want you to do. Eric, you want to be the GM? Here's what we want you to do. Come on. 3 moves. 3 guys just shifted internally, Eric.
Yeah.
Same old. And again, we just, you know what? I'm keeping control because we got to wait 24 hours, see if this actually comes to fruition. There's been no announcement.
I'm guessing it's going to. I don't think Nightingale's going to come out there. I don't think Alex Pavlovich would retweet, right? Would Alex Pavlovich retweet what Nightingale reported and not deny it in any way?
Yeah. So I should say 2 moves, 2 internals, 1 pending. That is the word on the street. So, like we say, come as early as tomorrow.
He's going to be our GM until pending the physical. It's pretty good. Senior, he comes out and says, scouting guy is a good thing. Agreed. But it feels like it will be a mini rebuild, which I'm fine with, but some fans will be frustrated. Not doing a rebuild after rebuilding for 6 years. Not doing it. Bad on you, San Francisco Giants, if that's the case. Just saying.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Correct.
We'll wait and see tomorrow. See what happens tomorrow.
Exactly. It's weird because no Giants reporter said nothing, even though Pavs replied to it. That's what I'm saying. He didn't deny it. He could have easily come out and say, hey, this hasn't been announced, whatever. He could, you know what I'm saying? So obviously Nightingale has a guy on the inside.
So we're expecting this announcement tomorrow.
Yes, correct.
So if this happens, Eric, what's your feeling? You know, senior talking about fans being frustrated. We're fans already frustrated at the possibility of this tomorrow. What about you?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to think because, again, it's how can I make a decision on a guy that I don't know a whole lot about? I remember he was touted when Farhan first got hired as the president of baseball operations. I remember, as a matter of fact, I think I remember Marty talking about it on his show, saying that that it was going to be a good hire getting this guy. Supposedly he was like a smart guy as far as scouting and getting trades done. So again, as Mike says, it's a wait and see, 100%, Mike. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm looking in my rearview mirror, and Juan Soto is fading. He's fading, and I'm gonna have to adjust that. I'm gonna have to adjust that damn movie, unless Sabian comes back as an assistant. I don't know. I know. So cryptic. Good point. Might as well kept Putilia. He's still with the organization, though, right? Isn't he? Isn't he still with the organization? Pretty sure. Ibrahim feels like an ownership push.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Very good. Mm-hmm.
But here's a question, guys. And this is the bigger question. Senior, you're right. We're right there. Hopefully he's ready to wheel deal. Guys, yes, he's a scout. Yeah, Christian, he's only fading now. Yes. I'm not liking it. Here's my biggest concern, guys. As a G,
what are we hiring? What are we hiring scouts now as GMs?
That's fine. That's okay if you have a scouting back. Brian Sabian had scouting background, but you know what else he had? You know how to negotiate, and this is where I'm going with this. Buster Posey, is he a guy that you go into the room with and you negotiate? Maybe you do. I honestly don't know. Is Zach a guy that could go out there and wheel and deal? Do these two individuals have relationships with guys like Scott Boras and other player agents? Are you able to negotiate? Are you able to figure this out? Especially, okay, trades are a little bit different because with trades, you're dealing with other teams. Granted, you still got to have that salesman approach, right, with another team. But it's hard to fool another. You know what I'm saying? It's when you're going lateral with another team, they know the business. Come on. When you're dealing with a player's agent, it's a little bit different. You're talking dollars and cents at that point. Not necessarily, the value of this player, that player, whatever the hell you want to talk about. But I don't know, man. I don't. Here's the issue. You got two brand new guys in brand new positions. Buster Posey's never done this. Zach has never done a GM position before. Now, don't get me wrong. You got to start somewhere. But one of those guys has to have experience, right? Whether Buster Posey has the experience or whether Zach has the experience. You can't have two barely, FNGs, if you will. If you get two FNGs, it's not good. Let's just say that it's not good. Now, does that mean that they're going to fail? No, it doesn't. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about, hey, let's get some guy, at least one guy in there that has some experience.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where's the leadership now? Where's the leadership, Eric?
Well, I'm not going to Posey. He has the leadership. Okay. I'm not going to question. The guy was a leader.
All right.
The guy was a leader.
I'm always Mr. Negativity. Eric, you say, hey,
man, what are you talking about now?
That's good. I mean, the guy who sells peanuts, he's good handling the money, but I'm not hiring him as the accountant.
Yeah. Right. Well, here's the thing. Brent speaks something. I like what he's saying. We need a guy that's experienced in negotiation with players and agents. Here's the thing, though, and this might help. He's got two brothers he's got one brother, right? What was it? Was it a brother and a father?
Father. No. Mm-hmm. Dad.
No. His father was a clubhouse manager. His brother, Perry, is the general manager of the Angels. But they're all part of baseball. So he's got a brother who's a GM. So maybe, they're brothers. I'm sure they talk. I'm sure they have. But it's a different thing. When you're actually, quote unquote, as Ned Coletti wrote in his book, when you're in the big chair, it's a little bit different, right? When you're the lead guy. It's one thing to talk to your brother about baseball. It's a thing to talk about your family with baseball. But when you got to go out there and actually get some stuff done, a little bit different. Please stop with the Mike Trout. I don't want, no Mike Trout. Are you
Who knows,
kidding?
Man? I said that was a possibility. I said it back in trade time.
No.
I said it last night on the show.
No.
By the way, the Angels are already wheeling and dealing. You saw Soler has been sent to the Anaheim Angels, as a matter of fact.
All that.
For
Let's bring this up.
Hanning. So Soler is on the move again.
And by the way, the Angels don't need to lose money. They're fine. They're under the cap. Okay, let's look at this. Oh my God. Okay, guys. You want to go down this road? You want Trout? You want Trout at 37 million, 37 million, 37 million, 37 million, 37 million, 35.
A lot of money.
35. Look at that. We're going to 20. I don't think it gets, I think it ends in 2030, right? Somewhere around there. Are you seriously? Yeah. Is that what you guys want? Do you want Mike Trout for that long, for that much, with a history of a chronic bad back and whatever else? Sure. So you would rather do that. You would rather go get Trout than try to go get Juan Soto. Come on. let's not even go there, please, guys. That's a non-starter.
I think it would be ridiculous. However, Eric, that having been said, does anything ever surprise you with this Giants organization? Or should I say, doesn't everything
I don't know, man.
surprise you?
I don't know, man.
They hire a GM I've never heard of. It wasn't even on the top 12 list.
I could bring up the list. We'll bring up
he was
the list.
on no one's list, Eric. And
Here we
all
go.
of a sudden, the Giants, maybe it's not just Farhan, Eric. Maybe we're coming to the realization today that it's the Giants organization and ownership who always have to be smarter than the game of baseball.
I don't know. Glenn, it's a valid point. Valid point.
Why? They're always doing something just outside the box and different. And here are 12 guys. It'll be one of them and a woman. And you know, hey, Joe's brother's coming over to now we've got 2 guys upstairs with no experience. No experience up there. I don't know, Eric. I thought that the day they would announce this, we'd have lots to talk about. I would be enthused. I would say, oh, this guy's got background here, so we're going to trade for this. He's got potential. And oh my God, when he goes to the winter meetings, he's going to be like revered and like he can go into, so we still got a guy who can walk into a room and people are like, who's that guy? I don't want to talk to him. Are they going to be running over to his suite, working out deals, Eric? Time will tell.
All right, here, let me get to Anonymous. What's up, man? Thanks for showing up.
You know,
if he was so smart and highly touted, why did they hire Petulia from the outside 3 years later? Oh, okay. That's valid, right?
another good point. I was going to say valid point right there.
Isn't that what Petulia? Wasn't that his thing? Is he was in charge of scouting for the Houston Astros? Wasn't he the one instrumental in building that team with Carlos Correa and Alex Bregman and all those guys? Wasn't he the point man and all that, supposedly? That is a great question. If he was so smart and highly touted, why did the Giants go out and get Petulia 3 years later? Anonymous says Billy Owens was the right choice. Yeah, I heard a lot of talk about Billy Owens, and it doesn't sound like he's going to be part of it.
And to my point, I got a brother who's a neurosurgeon. Does that mean I can do brain surgery? Exactly.
Yeah, good point. Good point. You know, hey, I'm not putting anything to it. I'm just saying maybe he's got a history of the game. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying just because his brother is a GM, it means that he also could be a GM. Get it?
I've said this before.
But I did sleep in a Holiday Inn last night.
Yeah. I've said this about the organization for the past, probably the entire Farhan regime, Eric. But baseball is baseball. You try to make it anything else, you lose. The Giants,
great point, Christian,
during Farhan, and it seems now they progressively try to outwit everybody. Stick with the basics, man. Keep the KISS format. Keep it simple, stupid. Just do what baseball. It's like Moneyball. Oh, we'll fool the game. These Moneyball teams have never won, Eric.
I
never won.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this, guys. Honestly, I don't.
Well, tomorrow will be a real eye-opener if he steps to the podium. The announcement is expected. There's a tentative announcement tomorrow, Eric.
Tomorrow, Friday. Correct. That's what they're saying.
So it's being reported that this is a done deal.
Supposedly, that's what they're saying.
No. So we're talking about this in, hey, future tense. If this happens, it will be quite a shocker to me. I thought Eric was pulling a Halloween a trick on me today. I said rather have the candy. But
what's up, Drag? Haven't seen you well. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Awesome. First, who the hell is this guy? Yeah. Well, there you go. That's what I think a lot of people are saying. No,
so I said, again, Eric, you called me up on the telephone, said, hey, let's go live. I said, all right, let's do it. Who's the new GM? And what did I say to you?
Who is this guy?
I said, who? You're like, ha, 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 I know. I said, no, I heard you. Well, who? Who?
Right.
I don't know.
Let me find this. Where is this at?
And to be honest with you, it's been a learning experience for me, possibly for Eric and you guys as well. Over the last couple of weeks, there were guys being thrown into the conversation that I had to Google, look up, learn a little bit about. And here we got somebody on the Giants expected to announce they've got a new GM tomorrow that wasn't on our radar. No one's radar.
Let's take a look.
That is why this just reeks of Giants baseball. Eric?
Again, written by Alex back on October 16th. Okay. We're talking about 2 weeks ago. Here we go. 10 potential candidates Posey might consider. Previous regime. There was talk of Brian Sabian, Bobby Evans, Pete Petulia. Jeremy Shelley was a guy that they were talking about, right? That was a big talk. Russ Finstermaker.
Yeah, I didn't know much about him.
Emil Sade. Kim Ng.
I would have been happy with him.
Eve Rosenbaum. Dijon Watson. Carlos Rodriguez. Wait, what am I missing? Wasn't there a Billy Owens in here somewhere? Oh, yeah, there we are. Billy Owens. None of them. None of them. No Zack Minasian.
Tom asks a blazing question. Anybody know that guy? I guess we'll find out if it's announced tomorrow.
When it's announced tomorrow, I'm sure there's going to be articles written about him and an in-depth look and, talk about his personal life. I'm sure it's.
Yeah. So Babe says this is a good move. I'm still feeling good about the GM and Buster. Let him cook.
The only thing again, it could happen. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just here we go.
What do you got?
Stand by. We go. Stand by.
You getting something fresh material?
Yeah, how about that?
Chris Cryptic has a question for you. Can Charlotte have the link? We're busy today, right?
Here we go. Marty Laurie just tweeted right now. Let me repost this. Zach is a terrific man to work with. His story about Hader to the Brewers when Zach was in Milwaukee, trade from Houston, is one of my favorites. Now hire Billy Owens for Zach's former job, and we will see some real dynamic action in pro scouting and assessments and trades. Okay, he's not talking about free agency at all. He's not even talking about free agency at all. He's talking about pro scouting and assessments and trades. Now, as assessments, that still could mean free agency, maybe. What's up, Marty? Hopefully he's out there. Probably
when
not.
When he said assessments, I immediately thought with trades, who stays, who goes. That's all.
There we go. Again, like I said, he made those trades. If he was part of it, yeah, that's pretty good. He did some work there in Milwaukee. Like I said, I almost remember Marty talking to him about when he was first hired back in 2019. And there you go. Marty just literally tweeted it a minute ago. So
I'll do my homework tonight. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, Eric, because you know what? Maybe I got to tone down my rhetoric.
Night, right? Isn't this your last night?
Yeah, I got to tone down the rhetoric heading into tonight's show, Eric, because to be quite honest, here we're kind of poo-pooing on him. He doesn't exactly have big shoes to fill, Eric. But I still thought we would get you were talking Sabes. Sabey Sabester coming back. A name, a guy who can not just build the team, build the front office as well. Educate. I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it going to be the blind leading the blind, or we got something cooking here, Eric?
I don't call me stupid, but I don't need a background in scouting to understand that Juan Soto is a pretty damn good player. Right? I'm just saying. Now, you want to do those fringe moves, and then don't get me wrong, you could also work some other trades, but tell me, guys, who are the Giants going to trade, and who would they get for said player?
I've said it before. If we're going to trade, it'd have to be an eye popper, because Eric, we have no one of legitimacy to trade unless you. Hey, does Ramos get traded? Ramos, Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
Webb.
Who else are you going to trade?
Run down our roster,
There's
Eric,
no
and
way on the Major
nobody.
League roster,
Nope,
you can't.
we're talking
You
about
cannot trade
building the minor league
roster.
system, and all of a sudden, I'm saying, wait a sec. You're going to build the minor league system, and we got nothing to trade there to begin with.
Yeah.
There's a reason why we're at the bottom of the barrel, and nobody. How many times have we said that on our show? Nobody's ringing up the Giants right now. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. Oh, you want all those players from our minor league camp? Oh, we can work out a deal. It's not happening. No one in Major League Baseball is restructuring their team with guys we've got at AAA.
Hey, how about this? You think they trade? You think they trade Bryce Eldridge?
Not if this guy is such a scouting genius.
He knows
in his back pocket.
And you know what? Maybe
I don't trade.
You know what? Maybe you
Come
don't
on.
trade.
Come on, Eric.
Hold on. Let's think about this. Maybe they,
Eric.
Listen to me. Listen to me. If they're going to go through a rebuild, listen to me. If you're going to go through a rebuild, then trade Ramos, trade Fitzgerald, trade Jung-Hoo Lee. Right? Listen to me. I'll tell you why, right? Listen, Glenn, because if you go through a rebuild, when are they going to start competing? If they go through a rebuild, when are they going to start competing?
So why would you get it?
Another 5 years? Probably another 5-6 years plus. 5 years plus. So what is Ramos? What is Jung-Hoo Lee? Eldridge will still be young. What is even Webb? What's all these guys going to do for you? If you're not going to be competing in the next 5 years, then trade them all. Get young everywhere because you ain't doing nothing. They're just going out there going through their emotions. Then, if that's the case, just trade them because Ramos is already at what, 26, somewhere around there. He's around 26. Yeah. So
anybody else get on that list? Right? Anybody else get on the list? Eric, Eldridge, Jung-Hoo, Fitzgerald.
Who else? For someone, yeah.
Who else you got on the list?
So then when you
Bailey,
trade for young guys,
Bailey,
they're only going to be in their mid to late 20s rather than in their 30s.
Eric has officially lost his mind.
Right. If that's the case, because this is, I don't know. But again, we don't know the direction. We don't know the direction of this club's going to take.
I agree with Senior. Absolutely. And you want to talk about trades? You want to talk about moving on? Here you go. There it is.
And who do you get? I guess a prospect somewhere, right?
Get whatever you can. You get a basket for him. Come on.
Turd, Glenn. Look at this. Yeah. Saying exactly what you're saying. Staying in-house is the worst direction for this organization. First Posey, now Minasian. This team needs new blood, and I don't like it. Okay, well then here we go.
Hey, Turd, don't forget the pitching coach was just a promotion. They have a new pitching coach. He's a promotion within the organization.
Who was hired by also Farhan and Kapler.
This will make it, Turd, this makes it 3 for 3.
No, hold on. Let's not forget. Now I'm going to have to start going back. Now, what was the whole purpose of freaking extending Chapman for 6 years? What was the whole point? Why would you extend Chapman for 6 years if you're going to do a rebuild? It makes no sense. By the time you're ready to bring up said rebuilded players, freaking Chapman's done. It's like Chapman is going to be done. He's not going to be a clubhouse presence because the guys that you trade for are going to be in the minor leagues damn near his whole extension. He isn't going to be a leader. None of this is making any sense, but we don't know. I don't want to sit here and fly off the handle. We don't know until deals are done in the offseason. We don't know the direction.
I never thought I would agree with our old pal.
Hey, why not? Why not? Trade them. Go for it,
man.
If we're not competing, trade them and get younger players. Go trade them for a bunch of freaking 17 and 18-year-olds. So then when the Giants are ready to compete, they're at the right age. Otherwise, they're just rotting in San Francisco. Because remember, who are we looking up at, Glenn? Yeah, I see Arizona. I see San Diego. And do I dare say this, Glenn? The 2024 World Series champions, Los Angeles Dodgers.
I give credit where credit's due. Congrats to all their fans.
That's your competition. Just saying, that's your competition.
Eric, we wouldn't be talking like this. Well, you know what? I'll give him I'm not giving him a short leash for me, man. This guy comes in. It's great that they're going to have him before the general manager's meeting. It's great they're going to have a GM if this signs tomorrow. And I'm sure it will with the GM meeting. It'll be 4 days away, Eric. They got to have a GM. I figured this would happen in the next day or so, right? Now, that having been said, Eric, I said, how many nights do I say this on our evening show, Giant Sports Talk Live, Playoff Sports Talk Live for the past month? I said, Eric, you want to vault? A pole vaulter? You just want to vault yourself up to the level of the Yankees, Dodgers. Do you know how you do that? Like that? This guy just goes out in the next 45 days, Eric. Spends the money. You want to win? You want to compete? Spend the money. This isn't. Why does this have to go into a laboratory, Eric? On a Halloween, they're stirring the pot. What kind of brew are we? What's in the witch's broth? You go out, you spend the money, Eric. You can build success. Look what the Dodgers have done. Few trades, sprinkled in those big signings. They spent big money. They won a big championship. They're 8th last night, Eric. You gotta spend to win in this era of baseball, Eric.
Yeah, I hear you. Hold on, there's something else I need to show. Let's try this.
And I think the era of baseball, Eric, we're going back to the earlier years of baseball when you talk about let's develop a team will be really good in 5 or 6 years from now. I think you've got to keep rolling it over, Eric. So the Dodgers win last night. You watch what makes the LA Dodgers successful on an annual basis, Eric, is the fact that the Dodgers win a World Series. Now, who's not going to be there in that lineup next year? Because they'll roll. They keep rolling new players in. They keep it fresh, hungry. Hockey's like that all the time. Pittsburgh wins the Stanley Cup, and then 2 of their top 6 players are gone. Everybody's like, what the GM? You know why they won 3 Stanley Cups? Boom, boom, boom. Because they kept hungry. They got their core group, and they brought hungry, good players in. You got to have that hunger, Eric. So they win a World Series. You want fresh blood in there. So the way to build this team, and I don't think Anonymous agrees with me. I think you want to win? You spend the money, Eric.
No, Glenn, 0 for 3. No. What he means by 0 for 3, he's saying Posey is 0 for 3. Sorry. Posey's 0 for 3. He's saying
the organization 0 for 3.
The Chapman deal, the pitching coach, and now the GM.
Yeah.
Hey, what's this say, Glenn? I feel like every team has the same opportunities when I go into free agency.
Oh, I know what that means.
I feel like every team has the same opportunities when I go into free agency.
You know what that means? The money.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. It's about the money. Whoever pays this guy the most money, that's where he's going.
All the other networks, Eric. All the other networks. I was just watching MLB Network yesterday morning. Well, here's the list of the 3 places. We've just learned, Eric, that with a list of 12 possible GMs, you can be way off the map. Every network is saying, there's no way he's going to San Francisco. And what did he just say there? I feel that the San Francisco Giants have the same opportunities when I go into free agency as everyone else.
Yeah, it is.
That's what he said. I feel like the San Francisco Giants have the same opportunity as everybody else. That's what he said. And Toronto and Detroit and Pittsburgh. Hey, Pittsburgh Pirates come and offer him $900 million. He's going to be a Buccaneer next year, Eric. He's going to say, that's just the way he is, right? He has swagger. He's got attitude. When they say, hey, do you want to be the highest paid player in baseball? Yep.
Here, let's listen to hear this.
Plus, you know what I think he's learning now, Eric, at his still somewhat young age in baseball? I think it is starting to set in on a Juan Soto that, hey, I can win a World Series with the Washington Nationals. But just because I sign with the New York Yankees doesn't mean I will.
True.
So I think he's going to be, show me the money. Got some volume going here? I can't hear that.
I feel like every team has the same opportunities when I'm going to the free agency. I don't want to say anybody has any advantage.
Don't want to say anybody has an advantage.
Because at the end of the day, we're gonna look what they have and how much they want.
That's how much I want. There you go. See what they have and how much I want. Did you hear that? Listen, guys, you got to listen real hard. Listen.
But what they have and how much they want me.
And how much they want me. You know what that means. Come on. Yeah. We know what you want, Juan, and that's fine. Dude, go out there.
He didn't waste much time, did he? Didn't waste much time answering questions about free agency, Eric.
So I don't want to hear this. Oh, he's definitely staying in New York. Oh, it's possible. 100%. I'm not saying that he's not going to stay in New York. That's a high possibility. But you heard from the man, the guy, how much they want me. We all know what it means. And Hope, you're probably right. It could be the Mets because Cohen probably really wants him. We all know the code word, right? What is the code word for if they really want me? Come on, man. And you know what it's going to be? They're not going to take serious the teams that are going to go out there and say, hey, yeah, we'll give you 650, but how about an opt-out after 3 years or something?
A far
yeah. Well, there you go. You heard it from the man himself. Take it for what it's worth. Take it for what it's worth.
Turd, we already announced that Soler was traded from the Braves to the Angels. Deal's being made. What's Posey doing? Wait, what's Posey doing? We hope to have a GM tomorrow. There's not going to be any deals made until we got a GM tomorrow. And we have a potential GM ready to put pen to paper. So, yeah. So he's already answering questions about free agency. He's still in his uniform. He got his Yankees
shirt. Yeah, you knew. Oh, come on. You knew.
The media frenzy has begun.
Come on. Let's not dance around the bushes here, or beat around the bushes, I'd say. As soon as that last out was recorded, you knew that the reporters' first questions were going to be asking about his potential free agents. Because at that point, now he's a free agent, man. Once that last out was recorded, the dude's a free agent.
Yep.
LA Snake, Soto and Adames to the Dodgers.
So Soto and Adames to the Dodgers. So who are the Dodgers going to unload in the offseason?
They don't have to unload. They don't have to unload, man.
They don't have to unload. Well, I thought they had a full roster right now.
Oh, come.
Yep. They have a full roster. Who's so they can't get rid of pitching. Who are they gonna? They got to make room for the. Hey, let's bring in Soto and Adames. Well, who are you gonna get?
How about Chris Taylor? You want to hold on to Chris Taylor over
Taylor's a good. Chris Taylor doesn't open up much money.
Right. They don't need to because all that deferment, man. They don't have to, man. They don't.
So riddle me this, Eric. If the Los Angeles Dodgers like these deferral contracts, what happens? What happens 12 years from now? When all of a sudden you're paying even bigger. A decade from now, you're going to be paying bigger a $1 billion player. There'll be big contracts, and you're still paying Shohei Ohtani for the next 25 years.
You know what they're doing? If they're smart, and I'm pretty sure the Dodgers are pretty smart, you know what they're probably doing? They've already said in that report that they're making more money right now than the money that they shelled out to Ohtani. So you know what they're probably doing? They're putting that away. Putting it away. Let it collect interest. So then when it comes time due, you just pay everything up front. You're done. There you go.
Oh, Eric. Just because I can't do that, just because I'm a poor schmuck, doesn't mean that Eric.
Right. I hear you.
Talking about let's just put the money in the bank and collect interest this year and live off that.
That's what they're probably doing.
I can't even take part in those kind of conversations. Come on.
That's a tough one to swallow, Ibrahim. As a baseball guy, understanding, the history of the rivalry. I don't like that either, man. The godson of Tommy Lasorda is the GM of the San Francisco Giants. How weird is that? How weird is that? That's a little bit weird.
Hey, babe. Yankees lost to their own formula. Dodgers outbought the Yankees. Cohen will stick to the formula too. But the winner will be the one who sells their team's vision the best. No, babe. No, I think Eric's in agreement. It's the guy who's going to open up the checkbook and give him all the money.
It's money, man.
The winner will be not the one that sells his vision. The winner will be the one who pays him. He just said it. Eric. We'll see who wants it. We'll see. Come on. Eric. If I'm going for 2 job offers tomorrow and I say, Eric, I let it slip. I go, Eric, we'll see who wants me the most. What does that mean to you? We gave him an extra. I'll come back and say, Eric, I took less money, but they're giving me an extra vacation week next year.
They ain't moving the needle, man. It's not moving the needle.
We'll give you Halloween off and a bag of candy. No, it's show me the money.
The money. It's the money. It's pretty damn simple, to be honest with you. He wants to get paid. And he's going to. The man is going to get paid.
Correct me, Eric. Some things in baseball, Eric, I have a hard time wrapping my head around. All right. So this comes up all the freaking time. Is this a joke because he's an LA fan? But oops, he's not an LA fan. Dodgers and Angels. I keep seeing the Angels are going to be bidding on him. Oh, Angels are bidding on him. My God, they're all in. Where did this Angels are in on Juan Soto come from, Eric?
I'll show you. I had it up a bit ago.
The Angels will be bidding hard for Soto, but they didn't want to keep Ohtani.
Look at the money. Look at the money. They have a lot of money that's coming off the books. Right here, the 27, 28, and 29, more than half of that money right there is going to Trout. Everything else is freed up.
Yeah.
That's why they can afford it. They can. That's why you're hearing Angels in the talk. Now, is he going to go there? Who knows, man?
Hey,
he might.
See, that's the kind of thing. Eric, let me go on record as stating today, if the San Francisco Giants can't sign him, possibility they won't. Maybe he just doesn't want to play here. Anaheim's perfect spot for him, Eric. Perfect. I want to see Eric. Do you want to see him go to the Dodgers? The Mets? No. Go to Anaheim, go to Pittsburgh. Who else?
Ooh, Colorado. Anonymous. Okay.
A lot of home runs though in Colorado.
We could get into this here after what Senior says. The Dodgers just won the freaking World Series with Ohtani. The Dodgers are now a mega cash cow now. In other words, the Dodgers can also afford to get Juan Soto. They could. Anonymous. How about this? As an aside, I am sick and tired of some guy in New York reporting on what is going on with the Giants. Is that okay? Here, Anonymous. I think I know where you're going with this. Are you questioning the journalistic abilities of the San Francisco press? I'm guessing that's. I'm taking a stab in the dark. That you're having issues with the lack of reporting coming out of the Bay Area on news that deals with the San Francisco Giants. It's a little bit weird, isn't it?
I don't get it, though. I'm sick and tired of some guy in New York reporting on what's going on with the Giants.
Right. It doesn't make sense. Does it make sense a guy on the East Coast has news on what's going on over here all the way in San Francisco? Shouldn't the press in San Francisco have a leg up on what's going on with the Giants? Valid question. The valid question. I don't know. I don't know. I don't communicate with these people, so I have no idea, man.
Well, let's just all sit back tonight. Welcome in the off season.
Damn, what a way to welcome it in. We just got done Literally.
I don't know, Eric. I'm not going to listen. I asked you off air before we went. Listen, I'm going to wait. I'm waiting, Eric. Signature on the contract.
Yeah.
We don't have a GM yet. So
Not yet. Maybe more news comes out throughout the night. Since it's been leaked, we might get some more.
Just because John Heyman says it, I'm not going in on all that.
It wasn't Heyman, it was Nightingale.
Or Nightingale. And then it's been retweeted.
And let's not forget, Alex Pavlovich, he retweeted it. So it's got some legs.
Yeah, he retweeted that there's the possibility tomorrow. They all didn't come out and say it's a done deal. He signs tomorrow, did they?
No, they're not going to do that yet until.
No. So could be Kim Ng tomorrow, for all we know. We're just speculating along with the media that if this happens. I say we're 0 for 3. You hire for the 3. It would be 3 hires, 3 from within the organization. Kind of surprising to me, Eric. We thought there would be a fresh new look, fresh new direction to this team, and all of a sudden you've got let's promote from within, promote from within, promote from within. This is only 3. What else? What else is in store?
I don't know. I don't know what to make of all this, guys. I'm kind of dumbfounded. Still in shock that the Dodgers pulled out that win yesterday, and now we got this news. I didn't think it was going to be this quick. I was expecting a couple of days there, Glenn. I didn't expect it the day after. I said, "Hey, yeah, it's going to be." I think they already got the guy, and I think it's going to be a few days. I didn't expect it to be the next.
Still a few days. Still a few days if they sign him tomorrow. It's a few days. I mean, it was only speculation. Conjecture at this time. You like that? Conjecture at this time. But if it does go down tomorrow, this sort of has left me more or less depressed, Eric.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I
feel depressed. I don't. Maybe if it was somebody I knew, maybe if I said, "Oh, I'm not happy, but I know who he is," I'm like, Jesus, Eric. There is possibility. Do you know who Spooky Tooth is?
Who?
Exactly. Great rock band. Just because you don't know them doesn't mean they pumped out some great rock and roll.
True.
Right? I thought it would be fit. Spooky Tooth on Halloween. But so maybe this guy's good, but I'm not excited yet. I've got to hear the music. Let's see what he composes in the off season, Eric.
Here, hey, how about this? It is Halloween. Was this a trick or is this a treat? Was this a treat?
Like a Halloween treat? A Halloween rendition of April Fool's Day will be.
Is this looking in your candy bag? And are you seeing a full-size Snickers bar, or are you looking inside that candy bag and you're getting a small package of fucking candy corn? Where do you guys put this?
Listen,
on the scale. Since this is Halloween, is this a full-size Snickers bar, or is it a damn small bag of candy corn?
I used to like full-size bars, to be honest. Or the can of, you know what my favorite was? The can of soda. The can of soda. When I was a kid, I loved the cans of soda. But anyway, listen, word on the street, guys. We got other breaking. This isn't the only breaking news on Giant Sports Talk Live today. We've got more We've got 3 pieces of breaking news, of course. An hour ago, the Angels, they have picked up Soler for Canning. Canning goes to the Braves. Griffin Canning. Interesting deal. And Soler move again. That guy's on the other breaking news.
East Coast, West Coast, yeah.
The other breaking news this afternoon on the show is word out of Galt, California is if you're looking for the teeny weeny bag of candy corn, you better move on. Apparently, Eric has shut he has pulled up the drawbridge, closed the gates, and the kids are going to be yelling at him tonight
I'm gonna have the Archers. The Archers will be posted.
No giveaway.
Pissed me off, dude. Seriously, that shit pissed me off.
Tell them what happened last year. There was a little incident in your front yard.
Yeah, man. We got a big freaking bowl, and we put all the candy in there. Usually the people around here are fairly decent. You go out there, hey, we put a sign, take 2 or 3 only. And I kept refilling it. It was never empty.
Eric, that works.
Right? Listen to this. It was never empty. So then at the end of the night, I go out there. I was like, where the hell did my bowl go? I go walk in my front yard. There it is. In the next door neighbor's freaking grass. I'm like, what the hell is this bullshit? So guess what? You come this area, You ain't getting no candy. Move along. As a matter of fact, while the little freaking hoodlums are trick-or-treating around here, I'm going to be here and my window's going to be right here. They're going to wonder what the hell's wrong with this guy. I hear him yelling and screaming. And
oh, yeah. Like my neighbors calling the cops. I think there's a 911. I think there's a domestic dispute. Call John. The kids going
man,
by.
that pissed me off.
Trick or treat. Shut the up.
We used to do this every single day, and after that, man, I was livid. I was like, I am not dealing. That's what I did. Yeah, see, Tom, he does the same thing, except these freaking little bastards freaking threw my freaking bowl. I don't like.
Hey, you know what you do, Eric?
That's
you want to be the nice. Hey, you want to come out smelling like a rose tonight? Just throw a couple of candy bars in the thing, and people show. Oh, he's out. They must have been a popular. He's out already. Just leave an empty bowl out there.
Just get the bowl out there empty.
Yep.
Man. Anyways, I guess we could talk more about this. We could talk about this
candy corn.
Tonight.
It's the only time of the year I hear candy corn.
Yeah, this is the only time. Or how about Smarties? Remember Smarties? I hated Smarties.
You don't like Smarties?
Oh no, gosh. It's chalk, man. It's chalk. I don't want chalk.
The one thing that I miss from my childhood, I don't even know if they make them because I've been out at the stores this particular year. Up until a few days ago, I've been looking for them. You get, the bag. You buy like the Lifesavers and the Smarties, but you buy the mini pack. So you buy a bag and it's got like 25 pack inside.
Yes.
I don't know if you'll remember this when I was a kid. They used to have toffee on a stick, and it was called the BB Bat. Do you remember the BB Bats?
No.
It was like a flat piece of caramel candy, but it was on a white stick. They were called BB Bats.
Oh, you know what they used to
and
have?
And they tasted like caramels. Even those, Eric, I don't even see the stores with the little square caramels, which used to be
the Brock's square caramels. Yes.
Well, they had BB Bats made of the same stuff that were really good. And you could get pink and purple.
They had the same caramel things, but on a stick. I hated those things. But you are correct, Hope. Yeah, we always make sure our cats are good. Usually when the trick-or-treaters, they're not out front, and they usually stay out in the backyard anyways. They don't deal with that crap. You're going to get egged. Yeah, who knows? I might have to sit here with my damn window open, keeping an eye on those little bastards.
So Zack Minasian, I don't even know how to say the guy's name properly. Zachary is our new GM.
Minasian? Is it Minasian or Minasian? I don't know. Honestly, maybe it is Minasian.
I don't know, Eric.
It might be Minasian. Hey, I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't know, honestly.
Zach, who's already got an office over there.
We'll say Zach. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, we'll be back tonight, 8 o'clock. Since there's no more post game, we could go on at 8 o'clock every night now. So should be fun. We could discuss this more, and if any other news breaks.
I'm betwixt and between. I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know how to react to this news other than
I don't know either.
It's all internal so far. 3 moves, guys. 3 moves. 3 internals. We haven't gone outside the organization yet.
No, we haven't. And you know what? I tell you what, guys, if you tune in tonight, because I see most of these people will be in here tonight. You guys think about it. Are the 3 moves that Posey has done? Extending Chapman, hiring the new pitching coach, and now the potential hire of Zach. Are you liking the direction or are you not liking direction? So you guys think about that, and we could talk about that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I can't play the video, babe. I gotta adjust it.
Why, Eric?
I'm a
part of the team. I'm a part of the team, but I say no to the video. No to the video. I'm getting burned out. I just need a couple of days to regroup. Let's just come on. I'm going on vacation. I don't have to watch the video for a week. I love you, Eric. I love your enthusiasm. It's just
I'm trying.
Let's tone it down a bit.
I'm giving it, but I ain't gonna give up until until Soto is signed, wherever he signs, I'm not going to give up. But again, I'm looking in that rearview mirror. He's getting smaller and smaller in that rearview mirror, Glenn.
I want a new video, though. Whatever happened to the one you're going to have our picture of Oracle Park that you so often use? But I want like King Kong. I want Soto hanging off the side of a helicopter, pointing down. I'm coming. That's what I want.
Right.
We had him on a ship to say that was a Moon Zappa, Frank Zappa album too. Ship too late to save a drowning witch, appropriately on Halloween. I never thought of that.
Again, guys, just to reiterate, we
gotta get Soto.
Nothing's official yet. Bob Nightingale tweeted that the Giants are to announce Zack Minasian or Minasian, maybe it's Minasian, will be announced as the new general manager for Abba Zaba and the $1,000 bar. $1,000 bars are good. Abba Zaba. Hard pass on the Abba Zaba. But yeah, that it's again nothing official. It's just being reported by Bob Nightingale. Alex Pavlovich has retweeted it. Marty Lurie has also talked about it. He's tweeted about it, so he's not going to go out there and give any fake news. So
yeah, it's true,
hey guys. We'll see what happens, man.
Well, you heard it here first, Eric.
Hey, how about not here? I mean,
unless you read the one quote online, you heard it here first.
There you go.
Yeah. Krug is reporting it now.
Oh, is he? Well, there you go.
You got to get up pretty early, Eric, to beat Giants.
Oh, hey, man, it's just
we stumbled upon it. Is what happened.
Look, I'm pretty sure everybody got it at the same time as I did.
You and I just happened to be two schmucks sitting around all day doing nothing. So we just said, let's go out and do a show. Let's do a show. Come on. Right?
That's what I'm saying. We have the thing is we have a platform to where we could come out here and give you the news. Again, we love talking Giants, and if we see some Giants news out there, we'll come on here if possible. And as long as we're not out doing anything else, we'll come on here and we'll talk about it, man. That's why it's cool. Hit the like and subscribe, and I think there's a notification bell. Ring it, bing, and that'll tell you when we go live. Your phone. I actually have us on my phone. So as soon as you launch the show, Eric, my phone goes bing. Eric and Glenn are going live. There you go. I even get the notifications. So you can too. Like and subscribe. Oh, somebody asked earlier, did you see it fly by? It's long gone, but someone, might have been Giants Report. Somebody asked in the chat a few minutes ago, where can they go to sign up for the $500 gift card? That would be GiantsSportsTalkLive.com. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was. Hold on.
Good call. Eric and Glenn, how do I enter the giveaway? Go to GiantSportsTalkLive.com, but you have to subscribe to this channel and NCSE Network, which is Northern California Sports and Entertainment Network. So zip on into Giant Sports Talk Live at Gmail at .com. Giant Sports. I guess can they do it that way, Eric? I guess they can.
No, I would do it. Through you have to do it through the website.
Yeah. GiantSportsTalkLive.com. There's a little just slide to first you're greeted by Eric and I giving you a wave. And then you'll see enter the contest. It's pretty simple. I mean, guys, you can figure it out. I have faith in Giants Report. He will be signing up today. He'll
momentarily.
You can enter once a day, too.
Yep.
Yeah. As we continue to pick up, do we have any new fans of the show, Eric?
Let me look.
Subscribers?
Yeah, we're at 449. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, guys.
We're 51.
Oh
my God, Eric. It seemed like so long ago. Remember 2 months ago, we gave away the first jersey, the giveaway, the web. I thought, my God, we won't have to give away the Bonds jersey for a couple of years, Eric. And here we are. We're closing in on 500. We said when we got 500. Actually, did we say 500 or did we say 5? What did we say?
No, it's 500. Yeah. It's 500. And then you said you wanted to do another Bonds jersey, and I said, how about do that for 762?
All right, let's do that. And then I'm working on getting a Willie Mays commemorative bat. You've got the Will Clark helmet, autographed MVP helmet.
Yeah.
We get the $500 gift certificate. I mean, when it comes to giveaways, that's about it. What more do you want?
Yeah, right. Goodness gracious.
What more do you want? Nobody can compete with that. It's not all about competition, Eric.
No.
We love giving stuff. Eric, I love giving stuff away.
Yeah, it's fun.
Got my Wilmer Flores cards. Can't have any. So there you go, guys. In my opinion, Giants are 0 for 3, all internal. What happens next?
We'll talk about that later tonight. We'll talk about Posey's moves up to this point, which isn't
Watch
many,
out for ghosts and goblins, Eric.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a few moves, significant moves, but it's not done yet. So let's hear about it tonight, guys. You like the direction the Giants are going up to this point. All right, guys, see you tonight. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.